Welcome once again. Today we'll be looking at sets and we'll be continuing our discussion with a focus on problems in 2 and 3 sets. I'm Teacher Olton. Today, as usual, we begin with God's word. In Psalm 51:10, it says, "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me." Amen. Question one is a 2-set problem, M and B, and we are told that the universal set represents all the students in our sports club. M represents all the students who are in the marching band. The set D represents the students who take diving. If 42 students are in the marching band, calculate the number of students who are both in the marching band and take diving, and the number of students who take diving only. So let us focus on what we are asked to do. We are asked to find the number of students who are both in the marching band and take diving. And that will be the overlapping region represented by X in the question. We are also told that 42 students are in the marching band. So if this set M represents the marching band, then the entire circle represents 42 students. So we can set up that equation by writing 2 plus 3x, which is what is stated here, 2 plus 3x plus x equals to 42. So let's be clear on that. Let's make sure that we can see what the diagram has. So let's take off this. Right, so you are seeing clearly that this first part of the circle represents your 2 plus 3x. There it is. And that's why we write it here. And this other part of the circle represents x, and it's written here. And that will equal to 42. Now, 2 plus 3x represent those who are in the marching band only. And this here represents those who are in both the marching band and who also take diving. And this region here, for completeness sake, represents those who take diving only. So let's proceed to solve this equation. This can be simplified to give us 2 plus 4x equals to 42. And we can subtract 2 on both sides. So we can actually cancel this 2. And if we subtract 2 on the left-hand side to maintain the equation or the balance, then we must also subtract 2 on the right-hand side. So what we are left with is 4x is equals to 40, and therefore x will be 40 divided by 4. That gives us 10. So let's put in that information. So x will be 10, and that will be the first answer for part 1, the number of students who are both in the marching band and take diving. So we have 10 students here. The number of students who take diving only. Well, we just represented diving only by this region here, 7 plus x. So if x is 10, the number of students who take diving only will be 10 plus 7, which will be 17. Let's look at question number 2. Of the 58 students who took examination, 38 took math and 22 wrote English. X students took both subjects while 12 took neither. Find the number of students who wrote both exams who took math only. Now, we can approach this 2 ways. And let's see, first of all, how this information looks on a Venn diagram. So we'll go the route of the Venn diagram, and let's see how that information looks on the Venn diagram. So we'll use M for the set representing students who take mathematics, and we'll use E for the set representing students who take English. So let's put M here and E here. Now, let us put in this X. X students take both. So X will go here. Now let's deal with maths first. 38 took maths. So the entire circle M is 38. So this region representing M only will be 38 minus X. Similarly, if 22 took English, then this region here, English only, will be 22 minus X. Now, this bit of information is important. 12 took neither. So it means that 12 students would be outside of both circles, M and E. And let's simply write U representing our universal set. So that's our Venn diagram showing the information that is given. So we need to calculate X. Now, let's recognize that 58 students wrote the exam. So it means that the number of students in my universal set is 58. Out of the 58, 12 do neither. So it means that within this entire circle here, 46 students will be accounted for. How did I get 46? 58 minus 12 will give me 46. And that is what we can work with now when we set up our equation to find the value of X, which is the number of students who wrote both exams. So it means that 38 plus X, 38 minus X plus 22 minus X will equal to this 46. So we can write that. 38 minus X plus X plus 22 minus X equals 46. And we simplify minus X plus X, that will cancel. 38 plus 22 will give us 60. So we have 60 minus X equals to 46. So let's subtract 60 on both sides. So we can eliminate this number here. So we are left with minus X equals 46 minus 60 is minus 14. And we can do it one of two ways. First of all, let's appreciate that the number 1 is understood here. So if we are solving for X, we can divide by minus 1 on both sides. And of course, this will cancel, giving us X is equal to minus 14 over minus 1 would be 14. Or if you have minus X is equal to minus 14, you can multiply both sides by minus 1 and minus 1 by minus 1x, that will give us positive 1x, or just x, minus 14 by minus 1 will give us plus 14, same answer. So we already established that the number of students who wrote both exams will be 14. I did promise to show you another method. So let's look at method 2. Method 2 will involve the use of the formula. And I will clear just a little space here. Let's make some room as we look at method 2. Okay, so in this method, we will be using our formula, method 2. And we'll be using our formula. What is this formula? I'm glad you asked. So this formula is in terms of the set M and E, M union E, the number of members in this set is equal to the number of members in M plus the number of members in E. minus the number of members in M intersect E. So let's see if we can get that information now. M union E refers to the entire set M and E, and we did see the number of members there in that set. It's right here, it's 46, so we put 46 here. The number of members who took math, it's up here, 38 of them, plus the number of members who took English, it's 22, and minus the number of members who did both math and English, which we represented as X right here. So that will be minus X. And you end up with similar formula. You got 60 minus X here. And right, you are now asked to solve this. Now I showed you one method of solving it. Let's do another method of solving this equation. Let's add X on both sides. So this may be one line longer, but that's okay. So minus X plus X, so we left with 60. And then let's subtract 46 on both sides. So this will cancel out. So you're left with X equals to 14. And we saw that was the answer before. Okay, let's look at the final part. The number of students who took math only. Well, math only is in this region right here, 38 minus X. So if X is 14, right, this is math only. The number of students who took math only will be 38 minus X, 38 minus 14, and that'll give us 24, math only. So I would recommend when you're given a set problem, especially involving two sets, you draw the diagram, take your time, put in the information, because with the help of the diagram, you'll be able to figure out what part of the question is being referred to in the diagram, as we just saw there, math only. And it helps in solving the problem. Let's go to number 3, the last question for today. Right, so in that question, you are given 3 sets, M, A, and F. The above diagram shows the number of students in a class of 51 who like math, art, and French, M, A, F. Write down an expression in X for the number of students. Okay, let's change this, who like math. Right, so in this case, the students who like math would be the entire circle representing M. 18 plus 2x plus 2. So that's the expression, 18 plus 2x plus 2. So that's an expression, not an equation. What does the second part of the question say? Right, write down an equation in terms of X which shows the information in the diagram. So we just need to bring all the information together. Now, be mindful that there are 51 students in the class right here, and 10 of them do not like either of these subjects. So the sum of the students that like math or art or French would be 41. 41 plus this 10 outside here would give us the total 51. Okay, so let's set up the equation. So 18 plus 2x plus 2, that will be math only. This will be a long equation, so let's take our time. Sorry, that's not math only, that's the entire math. 18 plus 2x plus 2 would be math. Right, so this portion is math. Then we go with the x plus 3 plus the 3 plus the x minus 1, and that will sum to 41. And this is where we simplify. So let's focus on our constants, numbers by themselves. Let's see if we can add them. So we got 18 plus 2 is 20, plus 6, 3 plus 3, that's 26, minus 1. So that will give us 25. Let's look at our x's now. We got 2 here, 2 and 1, that's 3, plus 1 is 4. So 25 plus 4x equals to 41. We subtract 25 on both sides. So this will cancel out. We left with 4x equals to 16. So we can now divide by 4. And x will give us 4. 16 divided by 4 is 4. So we have solved for x. Let's see if we can answer the question that is asked now. The question that is asked in part 2, write down an equation which shows the information, right? We did that. And we went ahead and we solved, determining number of students who like math only. That's part C now. Math only will be this region right here. Math only. This shaded portion outside of the circle, and we see that is represented by, right, that is represented by 18 plus 2x. So that's math only. So if we know x is 4, we need to simplify this expression. So math only, the number of students who like math only will be 18 plus 2x. With x equal to 4, it will be 18 plus 2 by 4. 18 plus 8 will give us 26 students. So 26 students like math only. And that brings us to the end of this video. Until we meet again, may God continue to bless you. Take care now. Bye.